Welcome everyone, I'm Kingly Valence, and thanks for watching the Spore speedrun challenge. This is Spore, completed from cell stage to the center of the galaxy on hard difficulty, using one of the worst creatures possible. We've previously beaten Spore using Pitiful Worms, where we have a tiny cell with only a single mouth at the front. However, we can make our cell even worse. Our cell today is as large as possible to make ourselves an easier target for the rival cells, and we have placed the smallest possible herbivore mouth at the back of the cell. Now we can't just swim right into food, we have to approach the plants and spin into them. We are also using Cheat Engine to start from the very beginning of cell stage as our reverse pitiful cell, so every scrap of food we eat in cell stage must be done in this form. We are also completing this challenge without the use of any major beneficial glitches throughout the run, while adding in a few extra requirements to make this run even more difficult than Maxis intended. We'll go over these potential glitches we could be using as they come up, but the most beneficial glitch for cell stage that's banned in this run is removing the fog in the tide pool. Since our cell doesn't have any eyes, we can only see directly around our cell. But if we were to press escape and bring up the options menu, that would completely remove the fog and allow us to see any food on screen. But here, we have to keep our limited vision the entire time, and we just need to hope that we run into some food. Eating plant pieces with the mouth on the back of the cell wasn't too much harder after a bit of practice. When we find a plant piece, we can make a big sweeping circle with the mouse, and that will spin our cell right into the food. But it is more challenging than the forward-facing mouth, as we often lose out on some food to rival cells, as it takes a bit longer to eat each plant piece. Dying in cell stage can be helpful when we move this slowly, as this will refresh the tide pool and sometimes give us food nearby, which can be faster than finding food normally just swimming throughout the tide pool. The plants drifting away can sometimes fall out of the range of our spinning mouth. Ideally, we want the plant standing still or drifting towards our cell, which will make it easier to collect. The cell stage portion of this challenge is all about patience. Eventually, we will get access to food, but the other cells will do everything in their power to stop us. With only an herbivore mouth, we have no defense against the junior cells. With a carnivore mouth, we can eat the juniors and block other carnivore mouth attacks. But with just the herbivore mouth, we are completely vulnerable on all sides. Finally, we found the final plant piece, completing cell stage in just over 1 hour and 15 minutes. Only a bit slower compared to our previous forward-facing pitiful worms, and without the benefit of seeing the entire tide pool. We had 92 deaths and 128 plant pieces eaten. We aren't making any modifications to our creature throughout this run, so we can head right into creature stage. The location of our mouth doesn't impact our creature past cell stage, so our creature is more similar to the other pitiful worms from before. However, our glitch restrictions in creature stage significantly changes the run and made this challenge far more difficult. We will socialize with the other creatures, except we cannot use any socializing doubling glitches that Maxis didn't expect. Normally, we can press Ctrl-Alt-Delete on the keyboard and stack 2 sings on top of each other, doubling our singing power to impress the other creatures. This would also work by clicking the sing button on screen in the social stance, and pressing 1 on the keyboard at about the same time would also create the same effect. However, we are not going to use this glitch and play through creature stage as intended. Instead, we will have to rely on the Siren Song ability. The Siren Song allows us to socialize with aggressive creatures and buffs our socializing abilities for 30 seconds. But the Siren Song also has a 5-minute cooldown. Our singing ability will always be level 1 for this creature stage, so we need to find some other creatures with higher level sing to join our pack. These Doobery creatures are perfect with level 2 sing. With our packmate, who also has level 1 sing, we can match this Doobery creature's level 2 sing without needing Siren Song. These creatures will also call for help when socializing, but if we walk up to one of these creatures, they will slowly back up away from their nest, and if they are too far away to call for reinforcements, they will socialize on their own. This reaches the next evolution level and adds another member to our pack. We can recruit 2 Doobery creatures, and now we have the power of 5 sing. With our 5 sing and Siren Song on our side, we were able to ally a rogue for 100 DNA points. However, not all rogues were able to be allied. Even under the influence of our Siren Song, this rogue requested too many abilities other than sing, and we couldn't impress this second rogue. Each creature, including rogues, use the same socializing pattern each time, and won't change which abilities they request between socializations. We couldn't reach the top of the social meter this time, but we likely could have if we were using our doubling glitch. But instead, we'll have to find some other creatures to ally. Finding aggressive creatures on lower levels is a great way to gain DNA points. Aggressive creatures usually have lower level social abilities, but are still worth a lot of DNA points due to being aggressive, and the Siren Song will allow us to impress them more easily. The Siren Song only calms creatures within a certain range, so we have to impress one of these creatures quickly before the other creatures from the nest come over. Once we socialize with one creature, the entire nest will become ambivalent, but some other Sing 2 creatures didn't like that we were trying to get in their good graces and attacked one of our packmates. Thankfully, they became ambivalent and stopped attacking. But now we have to go back and recruit another Dewberry creature, but when we return, we can ally the Sing 2 nest. Another self-imposed honor rule for this run is we cannot eat any eggs in creature stage. Eggs are worth 25 DNA points and are an easy method to gain DNA in creature stage. And we saw in a previous video that it is possible to beat all of creature stage entirely on eggs, all from one nest. All we had to do was kill 2 out of the 3 creatures from a nest, and the remaining creature continuously laid eggs attempting to replenish their numbers. And we just sat back and ate the eggs as they were produced. This method did take a fairly long time, but it completely removes any challenge for creature stage. So I purposefully chose not to use this egg exploit, and not even eat any eggs we happened to stumble across as well. Finally, we found enough creatures to socialize with, and completed creature stage in just over 1 hour and 20 minutes without eggs or Control-Delete exploits. Moving into tribal stage, and right away, we can't use one of my favorite glitches, the infinite free baby duplication glitch. We have to legitimately pay for every baby we buy. How long has it been since I've done that? We're going to need a lot of food for this tribal stage, because we're going to exit tribal stage as industrious in the blue range on the timeline, which means we need to balance both performing and attacking the other tribes. This is so we can start civilization stage as economic using the worst vehicles possible, something I have yet to do in these pitiful challenge runs. Our packmates from creature stage are now our domesticated pets, so they will produce eggs for our tribe, which we will collect, along with other fruit nearby. Brown tribe spawns, and they're already angry towards our tribe on hard difficulty. Thankfully, if we gift one of their tribe members directly instead of their food pile, they won't lower their relationship. This will give us plenty of time to collect additional food, and we can buy the available tools to delay the next tribe spawns as long as possible. Once we reach about 70 food points, the next 3 tribes will spawn, and all 3 additional tribes will be angry towards our tribe as well, and the 2 extra angry tribes will both attack us in 2 minutes from spawning. Once they arrive, we need to gift the other 3 tribes quickly, and we have to send one of our tribe members to each tribe and gift one of their members directly. We could instantly gift the other tribes from a distance, but that glitch is banned as well. We have to do this the old-fashioned way, and very slowly with our tribe members. As long as we are on top of gifting the other tribes, we should have plenty of time, though we have to pay attention and help this member's terrible pathing after they got stuck. We can just move this guy and re-gift. There we go, all the other tribes are stabilized. Since we finished creature stage in the social range on the timeline, we need to attack most of the other tribes to drop down our timeline into the blue industrial range. With only 6 tribe members, we are no match for the other 9-member tribes, so we can attack the 6-member brown tribe first. We have plenty of food in the bank to buy all the additional babies we need. Brown tribe only appears to have 3 total members, and only the Chieftain is present at the tribe. We only have flaming torches available for combat tools, but it'll have to do. Flaming torches does more damage to buildings and less damage to tribe members, but any amount of damage is better than our level 1 bite. After a great head start, the other 2 brown tribe members have returned, but they are no match for our pitiful tribe members, and we destroyed the brown tribe. Now we have room for 9 tribe members, and we can give them all flaming torches as well. Destroying one tribe dropped us a little bit on the timeline, but we need more destruction to enter the industrial range. Scouting the other tribes, Lavender tribe has stone axes, and Pink tribe has throwing spears. Cyan tribe are also using flaming torches, so they seem more like an even target. With our tribe members ready for action and plenty of backup food, we are off to take down Cyan tribe. But it doesn't take long for our tribe members to start dropping out, and we can start buying babies as soon as there's room. Thankfully, we kept one member back home to defend the babies and food reserves. Our first wave was defeated, and we only took down 2 Cyan members. No matter, we press on, another wave. Cyan decides instead to counterattack and head for our tribe. We aren't fast enough to chase them, so our only hope is to destroy their tribe before they can do any damage back home. With their tribe abandoned, this may give us the opportunity we need. Except Cyan changes their mind and comes back home. Not sure why or who at Cyan is giving the orders, but thankfully they seem fairly confused. We were able to inflict some serious damage into their main hut, but their chieftain returned and they also got some additional reinforcements, and fended us off again. We were so close. But now they were back to 6 out of 9 members and very quickly restoring their main hut. Now Cyan wants to go on offense. They must be tired of our flaming torches and are attacking that building. Our pitiful members defended as well, and this leaves Cyan wide open for a 3rd wave. Finally, without anyone to stop us, we took down Cyan tribe. Now our sights are set to Pink tribe, and this went a lot like Cyan tribe. After 3 waves of flaming torches, we finally broke through their lines and defeated the tribe. With Pink Tribe defeated, the final 12-member Orange Tribe spawns in and is already angry towards our tribe as well, quickly sending a gift basket their way to prevent them from attacking in 2 short minutes. On the timeline, we are right in the middle of Industrious and may have room to ally the remaining tribes. Performing for the other tribes at this point would be much easier with our 12 members. One of the Orange members happened to wander nearby, and we can ally the Orange Tribe. I tried allying the Lavender Tribe as well, but that put us back into the friendly range. We still want to end tribal as Industrious, so we can go back a save and attack Lavender instead, gearing up our tribe members with stone axes and heading straight for Lavender. Lavender is only a 9-member tribe, and we made short work of them to finish tribal stage in about an hour and 10 minutes. Starting up civilization stage, and we are going to perform the one required glitch for this run. We are still going to build an economic tank with 0% stats to make the worst possible tank with only 150 health, 10 economic power, and 5 speed. Building a vehicle like this isn't normally possible without some editing tricks, and not something Maxis intended, but it makes this challenge even more difficult, which is why this glitch is included for this run. And we are not allowed to change the tank throughout civilization stage, and any other vehicles we use must follow this example. We also purposefully started with a landlocked home city, thanks to choosing a nest in the middle of the continent when finishing creature stage. Starting with access to the ocean with a coastal city would give us too much of an advantage. Now we have to buy our way off of this continent. After claiming our first Spice Geyser, the other nations spawn in, and we are going to start a trade route with Yellow Nation, the other large city on our continent. If we ask them for a trade route early enough, they will accept the trade route without needing to be friendly. Here, we are also purposefully looking at every city on the planet. There is a glitch where religious vehicles can't take over another city until the defending city has been put fully into view, but by looking at every city now, we prevent this glitch from occurring and allow the rival nations to start capturing and developing their nations sooner, making it more difficult for us. Returning back home, we are slowly filling out our city. We could use the glitch to give us a free building, or go into negative money buying more vehicles than we can normally afford, but we're not getting tempted by the glitches. Our city is still Maxis approved. There's Yellow Nation accepting the trade route. Ideally, Yellow Nation would capture the rest of the planet, and then we would only need to buy the other 3 cities on our home continent, and then we could ally merge with Yellow Nation to complete civilization stage. This has a chance to occur since Yellow has the advantage of being the only large military nation on the planet. Yellow captures their first city, and Red Nation wants us to cut off our trade route with Yellow Nation. We could easily bypass this communication screen, however that is another banned glitch, so we have to answer. We are going to deny Red, which gives them a -20 relationship penalty, but this is worth not upsetting Yellow Nation, who we are going to depend on to capture the rest of the cities for us. Denials also have a maximum of -50 relationship points, so once we hit -50, we can deny them without further consequence. We are still slowly trading with Yellow Nation, but only 10 economic power does very little trade progress. Yellow captures their second city, and begins attacking the small red city across the ocean. Yellow captures without too much resistance, and hopefully that epic doesn't cause too much trouble. It looks like Forest Nation's last city is under attack by both Red and Blue Nations, which leaves Yellow open to take some other cities while everyone else is distracted. We are going to take over the military decisions for Yellow, and become their general for them. We are going to ask Yellow to attack this blue city since Yellow has a lot of boats, and to deny Forest Nation of surviving after their last city gets captured. Eventually Yellow does capture the small city, and Forest is eliminated. However, Blue Nation is starting to become a fairly large global power. Blue won the struggle for Forest's large city over Red, Blue took over Yellow's small city on the east continent, and Blue is further attacking Yellow's large home city. With Blue this strong, we can start improving our relationship with Blue and perhaps double merge with Blue and Yellow if needed. We're also going to ask Blue to attack Red's final home city to keep them from attacking Yellow and begin consolidating the nations. We ask Yellow to retake the small city on the east continent as Blue captures and eliminates Red's final home city. Both Yellow and Blue nations are now allies, however we need to control at least 4 cities before the other nations will begin to merge with us. All 3 of Yellow's cities on our home continent are available for purchase, however Blue is only barely an ally and would likely drop out of ally range once we start acquiring cities. Blue would start receiving negative relationship because they would see our nation as too big. However, after a bit of time, Yellow and Blue appear to be at a standstill. We are going to have to intervene and see what happens. We now have enough money to buy the 3 other cities on our home continent from Yellow, with 4 cities under our control. Once all the other nations on the planet are allied with us, they will all begin to merge. Yellow is allied, but Blue is just out of range. and we will hit the generous gifts limit before they become allied again. We just needed a few more points. We can use the Add Blitz ability on one of Blue's cities. This will instantly make the city available for purchase, and we can give them a generous bid to push them into the allied range. However, once we purchase the city, Blue dropped down into the ambivalent range due to seeing our nation as a threat. Our ally plans are following through. If only we could have used the glitch to receive the generous bid bonus for free without actually needing to purchase the city, we could have kept Blue as an ally. But now we need to find another way to complete Civilization stage. Blue also captures Yellow's final city, leaving us with just an ambivalent Blue nation controlling the other 5 cities. We have a few options. We can use the Diplo Dervish ability to make Blue Nation temporarily friendly, and begin trade routing the remaining cities and purchase them. Or we could wait for another Ad Blitz and purchase another city directly. This is the easier option, and after buying another city from Blue, this gives us 6 total cities, and we finish Civilization stage with the global merger for 48,000 Spore bucks, and we can take the remaining cities right from Blue. And that completes Civilization stage with the worst economic vehicles and no glitches in about 45 minutes. Moving into Space stage, we'll make the same style of spaceship, using only the detail pieces just for fun. Starting Space stage, this is normally when we would click back and forth to receive the frequent flyer badges, because the first mission does not require any energy to jump between stars. However, this time to complete our no useful exploits run, we can't use this mission for additional free jumps. Instead, we have to keep refueling after we make 20 jumps at a time. Thankfully our home planet doesn't charge us for refueling, so this just took a little bit longer than normal. I accidentally jumped too many times and destroyed the spaceship, but respawning is also free. And finally, we won't be using the ghost ship glitch, so we'll have to reach the center of the galaxy the hard way. Following the speedrun procedure, we need to retrieve 1 artifact for some additional cash, and buy energy packs to reach the galactic core, completely ignoring the Grox declaring war, and it's a quick drive to the center of the galaxy. And there's the galactic core. We only have 300 health, so hopefully we don't get shot down by the Grox as we sneak our way in. And we complete Spore on hard difficulty as one of the worst creatures possible without any helpful glitches or exploits, still under 5 hours. Here's the final timeline. Herbivore out of Cell stage, and social through most of Creature stage thanks to the Siren Song. Many pitiful tribe members lost to destroy 4 out of the 5 rival tribes without any free babies to land right in the industrial range. Economic into Civilization stage where we bribed and Ad Blitzed our way to victory, and becoming a diplomat to reach the center of the galaxy. Surprisingly not too much longer than our previous forward-facing Pitiful Worm runs that did use glitches. What I like about these full runs of Spore is there's a bunch of different combinations and ways to play through the game, and now we've covered a lot of them across these 3 runs. Let me know what else you'd like our pitiful creature to endure, and any other challenges you'd like me to try in the future. Thank you so much for watching, I'm King of Valence, and I'll see you next time.